hello there everyone. It's time for Hearts and Crafts with Anna. I'm Anna. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you visited before, it's good to see you again. On this channel, we share shopping hauls, create budget-friendly DIYs, and home decor. I'm super excited about today's video. I'm taking part in the Sunday Fun Day Challenge hosted by Yanni and Diane from Deco Easy and their co-hosts are Trish and Kay from the Crafting Cousins. Their channels, along with the Sunday Fun Day playlist, are linked in the description below, so make sure that you check them out. And I'm super excited because in today's video, I'm going to show you how I made 3 very quick and easy Dia de los Muertos DIYs. I also have our Craft at Work project. If you've watched my videos, any of my holiday videos, you've seen that we do a craft at work for every holiday. And in this holiday, we used some recycled plastic bottles. So let's head on over to my craft room. I'm going to show you our Craft at Work project, our 3 easy DIYs that I made using these Dia de los Muertos sugar skulls from the Dollar Tree. And I also used these paper fans. These are from Hobby Lobby. So grab your favorite beverage, meet me in my craft room, and I'll show you how to make these super quick and easy, fun holiday DIYs. Come on, let's go. Vámonos. For my first DIY, I'm going to be using this cross wreath frame from the Dollar Tree. It measures 24 inches in length and 12 inches across. I'll be using some of these florals. These are from the Dollar Tree. Some deco mesh, also from the Dollar Tree. Some ribbon. The orange one is from the Dollar Tree. The skull one is from Joann's. I have some chenille stems. These are from the Dollar Tree, and some tube mesh from the Dollar Tree. I used 1.5 packages of that tube mesh. And I'm also going to be using one of these skulls from this sugar skull hanging, also from the Dollar Tree. I started by securing the end of the mesh tubing at the bottom of the cross with hot glue. Then I wrapped the tubing around the body of the cross using hot glue to secure it in place throughout the process. Once I had the end started, then I just started turning the cross around the mesh instead of wrapping the mesh around the cross. This made the process a lot easier. And then I just used some glue in different areas or different sections of the cross to secure the mesh in place. Once I got to the arms of the cross, I secured the tube in place at the corners and then started on the top section of the cross. Now, when I was wrapping the tubing, I did wrap it lightly, or I didn't pull it tight. This is what kept the mesh from being squished or flattened. You want to make sure that you're not wrapping it tightly, but that you're holding it securely with the glue. Once I got to the end of the cross, I used plenty of hot glue to secure the tubing in place and to keep it from unraveling. Next, I wrapped the arms of the cross, and when I got to the center of the cross, there is no crossbar there. So I used the top and bottom rung of the tubing and pulled the tubing through those rungs to wrap the center. Once I got done with the center, then I just continued wrapping the tubing around the arms of the cross. Once I got to the end, I secured it in place with some hot glue, and whew, that was fun. Next, I cut 12 10-inch strips of the multicolored mesh, 6 10-inch strips of the yellow, and 6 10-inch strips of the green. And then for my ribbon, I cut 12 8-inch strips of the skulls and 6 to 8-inch strips of the orange and black ribbon. And just a little hack for your ribbons, you can take a rubber band and wrap it around your ribbon to keep it in place. Once I had all my strips cut out, then I dovetailed the ends on all the ribbon. Next, I took the multicolored mesh, rolled it up. I took a yellow mesh, I rolled it up, put them together in a bunch. Then I took my ribbon, pinched it in the center, and attached it to the mesh bunch with a chenille stem. I alternated the colors of the mesh with the colors of the ribbon and made 9 bunches. Next, I attached the mesh bunches to the cross using the crossbars and twist tying them in the back. I alternated the mesh colors and the mesh ribbon and covered the cross with the bunches. Next, I took one of the sugar skulls from the hanging and sanded off some of the glitter. I didn't sand all of it off, but I did sand off quite a bit. Then I took my black Sharpie and went around the edges and colored in the sides. Next, I added my flowers to the cross and secured them in place with hot glue. Next, I attached the sugar skull to the center of the cross. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Oui. Next, I used a chenille stem to create the hanger. I hot glued it in place and secured it with a piece of cardboard. I really like how this turned out. The bright, beautiful flowers are truly a celebration of the lives of those that are no longer with us and that we miss dearly every single day. Sometimes our hearts may feel empty without them, but our memories are always full. For this DIY, I'm going to be using these sugar skulls from the Dollar Tree. Some yarn. This is also from the Dollar Tree. These leftover mesh bunches from my previous DIY. Some florals. These are also from the Dollar Tree. And these paper fans. These are from Hobby Lobby. I started by taking the paper fans and gluing the ends together. I took the two smaller paper fans and attached a flower to the center of the fans using hot glue. Then I took the medium-sized fans and hot glued the Dia de los Muertos sugar skulls in the center. Then I took a 60-inch piece of yarn, folded it in half to find the center, and used the ribbon that held the sugar skulls together, tied them around the mesh bunches, and tied them on to the yarn. Next, I took the paper fans and tied them onto the yarn, spacing them at about 5 inches apart. I alternated the paper fans with the flowers with the paper fans with the skulls in between each of the mesh bunches, creating this beautifully festive Dia de los Muertos garland. I really love how this garland turned out. It was so quick and easy to make, and I used things that I already had in my stash. And this beautiful cross along with the garland just brightens up this corner. Now my ofrenda or my offering is ready. I'm just going to put out my pictures, put out the snacks for my loved ones when they come by and visit on November 2nd. Everything will be ready and waiting for them. For this super quick and easy DIY, I'm using some florals that I had left over, a headband that I already had in my stash, and my hot glue. And that's it. Nothing else. This is so quick and easy. Don't believe me? Just watch. Ta-da! For our Craft at Work project, I'm using some plastic bottles that I painted using the chalkboard spray paint. You want to use a chalkboard spray paint so that you get a matte finish and not any glossy or shiny finish. I also got some of these apothecary labels from somebody on Etsy. There they are. That's who it is. And I'm using some of these transfer stickers from the Dollar Tree and some of these gem stickers from the Dollar Tree. We're also going to be using some jute twine and some paint, gold, gray, and black. And lots of glue sticks. I started by taking one of the labels and crumbling it in my hand to give it a worn and weathered look. Then I went ahead and peeled it away from the backing and applied it to my bottle. Next, I cut out one of the ghosts from the rub-on stickers and transferred it onto the back of my bottle. Next, I outlined the label with a bead of hot glue, and once it was dry, I applied a second layer. Next, I made an oval around the ghost. I started by making 4 dots and then connected those dots with the bead of glue. Once it was dry, I applied a second layer of glue. Next, I made some swirly or squiggly lines on each side of the bottle. Once all my designs were in place, I painted over them with the black acrylic paint. Next, I took my gold and gray paint and started dabbing the raised decorative designs with the paint and then rubbing the paint onto the bottle by smearing it and rubbing it and dabbing it all over the bottle until I was happy with the end result. You see? Dab, dab, rub, rub, smear, smear, until you're happy with it. I like it. What do you think? Next, I took some jute twine and wrapped it around the cap of the bottle and the bottom of the bottle, securing it in place with hot glue. And now for the bling. I used the gem stickers and just kind of highlighted some areas around the bottle where the squiggly lines are, around the label, and around the ghost in the back of the bottle. And now my favorite part, the burning of the twine. I left the flame a little bit longer on the twine because I really wanted to get a good burnt look. But don't worry, I was careful. And here is my finished Ghost Breath spray bottle. This really was a quick and easy DIY and a fun craft at work project. Check out how my co-workers stepped up to this challenge and created their own apothecary bottles. Here they are, all on display, and they did a spooktacular job. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to watch the rest of the Sunday Fun Day Challenge playlist along with the host and co-host channels. Thank you for watching and subscribing. I hope you have a safe and happy Halloween, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!